The easiest overnight flipping opportunity of 2026 is coming up on Monday, a day from when this video comes out, and you want to be a part of it because easy money is easy money. This is going to be an overnight opportunity to buy something, sell it immediately, walk away with a bunch of money, and I'm going to walk you through how this is guaranteed financial upside. Pause. We're a video creator that focuses on economics and facts, not on selling and grifting. So we're actually going to walk that back a little bit and talk through exactly what I mean by that. Hi, my name's Nick, run a business, 6 figures in sales last year, whatever. Okay. So, easy money. Let's talk about easy money real quick. Is easy money a thing? Not exactly. It's like in general, if someone's trying to talk to you about easy, quick flips, one of a couple things must be true. It must be either super competitive, because once some easy money is known about, people are going to go for it, and it's going to be very competitive, which does relate to what we're going to talk about today. So it must either be super competitive, super risky, which also relates to what we're going to talk about today. If someone's promising you a super high return for little effort, there has to be risk involved. It just is what it is. Or the third thing is what people want you to think is is that there's some kind of moat. There's some kind of comparative advantage. There's some kind of reason why you have access to this that nobody else does. In economics, they'll call that a rent, economic rent. You have access to something that other people just can't access, and because of that, you get easy money. So let's talk about this opportunity. This is let me share my screen, the Festival in a Box Vegas edition 2026, chocolatey fudge coated. Let's break it down. It's this beautiful box that you can get in the mail as you buy it straight from Secret Lair's website, where you get a draft booster box of Mystery Booster 2. Very fun, very cool. This Secret Lair, I guess, which comes with some cool cards like Lightning Greaves, Beseech the Mirror, Talisman of Indulgence, which is one of the more rare, expensive talismans, as well as a different kind of promo pack that comes with the Consecrated Sphinx. Very cool card. Came out when I just started playing the game in Scars of Mirrodin. Or is that Mirrodin Besieged? Anyway. And then Counterspell. Another Counterspell. We always need more Counterspells. So, it's a cool box. It is a cool box. What's the deal, though? Well, the deal is that these cool boxes have represented instant flipping opportunities in the past. So here is the Festival in a Box Atlanta 2025 bundle, and we'll also take a look at the Vegas one, but you can see when this came out, if you're able to look at this, and I'll move my little head to be under it. If you look at this graph, you can see kind of right when it came out. Now, people are able to buy these for $200. It comes out and immediately starts selling on TCG Player for $260. Then after a short while, it goes up to $300. It's at $300 for a month. Goes down a tiny bit. Now it's really just kind of like around $300 and then goes up from there. Really interesting, this kind of immediate drop. The lowest it was sold for was $260, and so it represents instant tendies for everybody. Let's see, what's 260 times 0.85? Anyways, there's some shipping and fees and things like that, but everybody who bought this product was able to sell it immediately and come out ahead. Let's take a look at this next one. This is the Festival in a Box Las Vegas 2025 bundle. So very comparable to the Las Vegas Festival in a Box 2026 bundle, except that this Secret Lair that it comes with, I don't think is as good. So it comes with a Marwyn, a Liso, a Loro, Sithis. It's kind of a cool Loro. Anyways, a foil Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Ugin the Spirit Dragon is also a very playable, cool card. But I would argue that Consecrated Sphinx is cooler and more playable, in my opinion. So anyways, similar story though. Comes out and immediately tanks down. You're able to buy these, I believe, for $200 out of the gate. And I imagine that this one coming out this year, you'll be able to buy for $200 out of the gate. And so you're able to buy for $200 and just instantly, immediately sell it for $250, $260. It did get down to, somebody sold theirs for $230, $245. And then shortly after, so let's see, this came out in June. And then by October, the price was going up to $270, etc. And then it goes all the way up to today, which is at a nice $350. 360. Very cool. So nice, quick tendies type opportunity. Now, I started this video off by hyping it up, but then rolling that back with some kind of facts and logic that we got to consider here. And so let's revisit that. What are the risks involved? And what is the accessibility issues involved? And is there any kind of like economic rent going on here? For the economic rent part, no, that's what Wizards got. Wizards is going to make a bunch of money. I can talk more about economic rents, and I should talk about that more, but not in this video. So let's talk about the risks. There are risks. Sometimes these festival in a boxes are plentiful, and there are many. I always feel like these things are going to sell out immediately, but there was a time, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, but my friends and I were all speculating on these festival in a boxes. And okay, let's be fair. I was speculating. I'm the dirty scalper. My friends are buying them to enjoy them. But we all anticipated that the value would go up. It's fun to enjoy things that are expensive. So you buy something and you hope that its value will go up. Well, we bought a bunch of these, and the limit per person or whatever, 2 per person. And then they didn't sell out. They didn't sell out the first day or the next day or the next day. And in fact, they were readily available for like 2 weeks, which was kind of stressing me out because I wanted to flip these. But what do you know, just on this random Thursday, sold out. And guess what? Boom, immediately. Prices shoot up on eBay, TCG Player, everywhere. People are suddenly, instead of paying $200 for these, they're paying $260, $300, $3 whatever. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was so bizarre because you get a lot of the community that complains when things sell out, right? Because they're like, oh, this is so awful. I just have to buy from scalpers because the price just shoots up. Well, this one was readily available for weeks. Nobody buys it. People bought it because it sold out. But then the second it sells out, suddenly there's all these people that come out of the woodworks and are like, wait, actually, I want that now. Now it's sold out. Oh, please, can I buy that? And they're paying way extra for it, right? So there's a risk. There's a risk that there's a ton of these and that they don't sell out day one. And so you could go and make, sign in with 12 accounts and buy 2 on each. So you buy 24 of these for, nice, whatever that would be, like $4,000, $5,000. And then you're just waiting, hoping that they're going to sell out, and they might not. There's a risk here. They could never sell out, and you'd be stuck holding the bag, or you'd have to sell at a loss on eBay or whatever. That's kind of a cool thing as a side note. The downside to scalping a product like this, the worst thing that can happen is you lose 15% or 20% after shipping. And by that, what I mean is if you spend $200 on this and its value is $200. I guess the worst case scenario is the value goes down somehow. But if people are always willing to pay $200 for it, and they're not willing to pay more, you buy this for $200, you sell it for $200, you lose $30 plus shipping. So you lose $40, which stinks. But that's like 20% of your total purchase, and losing 20% is way better than losing like 100%, right? So it's kind of cool. Yay, scalpers are protected. That there's like less downside for than the potential for upside, right? Because if it goes from $200 to $300, that's 50% gain. So your downside was 20%, and then your upside, as we see historically with these, is 50+%. Very interesting. Anyways, I digress. There is risk. There is risk involved here. I think the risk is very low. I am going to try to buy a bunch of these. I think it is going to be easy tendies. I think that they do appreciate, we see these historically, do appreciate over time. I think the best opportunity is just to flip them quickly, just because that's instant money that you can then get back and then reinvest into other things to flip. And so that's what I'm going to do. But to keep the hype train going, let's talk a little bit about other flipping opportunities, like flipping collector booster boxes, because I've shared this, but I don't think I've shared this enough. This is a Excel spreadsheet that I've made with the help of viewers. Thank you for those who tune into the live streams every Monday night at 8:30 Eastern time. And we went through each of these collector booster boxes and we wrote them down and checked their prices and have gone through and checked what are the prices today. What would you have to have spent on release on TCG Player. So not even getting very good price, but getting like a market price at release. And then what could you sell it for today? And then what would those gains be? And check this out. Now, these aren't instant flips. This is holding on for a year, but I'm going to get to instant flips in a second. But holding on for 1 year, if you bought a box of Innistrad Remastered, Aether Drift, Dragonstorm, Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternity, Spider-Man, and Avatar, and flip them today, you wouldn't make money on all of them. In fact, you lose money on 3 out of these 7 booster boxes. But you would come ahead making 24% returns, netting $540, and that is after shipping and fees. You would have spent $2,260 total, held on to everything for a year, sold it all here in April 2026, and you would have net $540, and that is after shipping and fees. Incredible money, incredible gains, also incredible risk, incredible. It's like this isn't free tendies. This is holding on for a year. This is tying up money that you could use for other things, but it's interesting. So let's talk about instant flips. 3 booster boxes, collector booster boxes, have come out this year so far. Lorne Eclipsed, TMNT, and Strixhaven. Right here, I have the prices that these boxes were available to me through Patreon programs. Now, if these prices are like unbelievable, I agree, they kind of are. These prices are really good, but they should be accessible. I am not part of any like non-public Discord program. Actually, I guess I can show off. Do I have it still? Here we go. These are the these are the Discord Patreon type programs that I recommend to people. So take a screenshot, check these people out. They're awesome. Anyway, so through those programs, these are the prices I've been able to get, and not get infinite. I haven't been able to just like buy as many as I want. There's limits. But I was able to get Lorne Eclipsed collector booster boxes for $265 each. I was able to get TMNT collector booster boxes for $300 each, and I was able to get Strixhaven collector booster boxes for $275 each. And guess what they're going for today? $374, $437, and then I think I've got it pulled up somewhere, and $478 respectively. And so what's the point? The point is that is serious gains after shipping and fees. That's like netting 50 plus bucks per booster box, instantly flipping these things. So what's the moral of the story? If you can get these collector booster boxes at good prices, easy flipping opportunities. These festival in a boxes, I feel like, are easy flipping opportunities. Nothing's guaranteed. There's risk built into all this. Do your own research and make smart decisions with your money, with your situation. But there's just so much, we are booming. That's what I'll say. We are booming. There's money to be made. If you're willing to take on the risk of pre-ordering things or being the first in line for a festival in a box, because there is risk built in there, there's a premium to it. The market will reward you for that, because there's other people that are more risk averse. They don't want to buy it right out of the gates. They're not interested in pre-ordering. But once they see other people hype the product up, once they see the product opened on YouTube or whatever, that's when they want it, and they're willing to pay extra. They're willing to wait and pay extra to someone like you if you're the person who's willing to take the risk and get in earlier. So that's the moral of the story. Thanks for watching, y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you later.